Something odd is happening in the Memphis housing market. And if you're thinking about moving here, buying a home here, or even just watching from the sidelines, this matters way more than the headlines are letting on. Memphis just dropped 57 spots in the national housing market rankings. Some reports are saying that home sales could drop even more this year. So naturally, people are asking, is the Memphis housing market crashing? Short answer, no. But what is happening is honestly more confusing and more important to understand. Stick with me until the end because I'm going to explain the one thing most buyers miss when they look at the Memphis data. It's the difference between feeling stuck and actually getting a good deal here. Hey, I'm Camelia, a local Memphis Realtor, and I help people just like you who are relocating, buying for the first time, or just families trying to decide if Memphis makes sense for them. Every month, I break down what's really happening in the Memphis market in plain English. No hype, no panic, no confusing stats thrown at you without any context. If you're planning a move, I also have a free relocation guide linked below or right here on screen. And if you ever just want to talk through your situation, no pressure, you can text or call me anytime. I'm always happy to help. Now, let's talk about what's actually going on because this market is split in a way I haven't seen in a while. Here's where the confusion starts. Nationally, Memphis just fell hard in Realtor.com's rankings, down 57 spots. They're forecasting that home sales here could drop about 7.7%. And when people see that, they assume the same thing. Oh, prices must be crashing. But then they look locally and the story doesn't line up. This is where the odd part begins because Memphis market isn't crashing. Memphis market is splitting. I'll call it the Great Divide. And once you understand it, the numbers finally make sense. Let me show you the stat that's confusing everyone. In December, the median list price in Memphis dropped to around $185,000. That looks bad on paper. That looks like a market falling apart. But at the same time, the median sale price actually went up to about $227,700. That's a 16.8% increase in what homes are actually selling for. So how can list prices be going down while sales prices are going up? Here's the explanation. And this is the most important thing in this video. The bottom of the market and the middle to upper market are doing two completely different things. Lower priced investor grade homes, a lot of them distressed, fixer uppers, and sold in bulk are flooding the listing data. That drags down the average list price. But when a clean, move-in ready home hits the market in a good area, East Memphis, Midtown, Germantown, buyers are still paying strong prices for those homes. So the market isn't crashing. It is just splitting into two. It's dividing. And if you're relocating, this matters because the homes you actually want to live in are not competing in the $185,000 world. And this leads right into why a lot of people think they have more leverage than they actually do. On paper, this looks like a buyer's market. Inventory is up about 18%. Homes are sitting longer, around 80 to 84 days on average. That sounds like great news for buyers, yes. But here's the odd part again. Even with all that inventory, total sales are actually down. So what's sitting on the market for 80 plus days, right? Mostly overpriced homes. Homes that need a lot of work, homes competing with brand new builder inventory. The good homes, they're still moving. This creates a false sense of opportunity. Buyers think everything is negotiable now, and then they're shocked when well-priced homes still get multiple offers. This is what I call a selective buyer's market. You do have leverage, but only if you're strategic. And in a minute, I'll tell you exactly where that leverage actually exists because it's not where most people think. Another big change that is quietly helping buyers, institutional investors are slowing down. In 2025, they made up about 14.8% of all sales, which is noticeably lower than when Memphis was one of the top hedge fund targets in the country. Translation, there's less competition from cash buyers who don't care about inspection, appraisal, or living in the home. That opens the door again for relocation buyers, local families, and buyers who need normal financing. This is one of the biggest shifts I've seen in a while, and most people don't even realize it's happening. This odd market shows up the clearest when you zoom into neighborhoods. Some areas are seeing huge growth. Downtown jumped over 36%. Raleigh and Covington Pike are up nearly 12%. These are areas seeing targeted development and renewed interest. But on the flip side, Suburbs with heavy new construction pipelines are slowing. South Wind area is down nearly 9%. Collierville dipped slightly, even though prices are still high. Builders are competing with each other, and that's where buyers can negotiate the most. So if you're relocating, your strategy really depends on where you want to live. Premium neighborhoods are still competitive. New construction suburbs, the leverage is real. And this is exactly where national data fails you. Now, here's the thing I promised I'd share, and this is the biggest takeaway. Most people don't lose money in Memphis because of timing. They lose money because they apply the wrong strategy to the wrong part of the market. They assume all inventory is equal. They assume all price drops mean opportunity. They trust national headlines instead of local patterns, like we just explained. Memphis isn't crashing. It's just split. And once you understand which side you're buying on, everything gets much clearer and way less stressful. So if you're planning a move to Memphis or even just exploring the idea, I want you to feel confident, not confused. I work with people just like you every single day, and I've put together a free relocation guide that walks you through neighborhoods, costs, and what actually matters when you move here. You'll find everything linked below or right here on screen. Just scan this QR code right here. And if you want to just talk through your situation, your timeline, your budget, or even just see if Memphis makes sense for you, just shoot me a text or call me. I'm happy to help. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next Memphis market update. See y'all in the next one.